welcome to another video. Today we are going to be talking about identity. Yes, identity. This is the third video I am doing on identity, but today is the day that we get to see the game in action. Yes, we do. Like, I won't be playing the game myself. This is from one of their streams. Like, footage is all from one of their streams, but they actually show us the town square, what it's going to look like, and how it's going to be for when we actually get in the game ourselves, which sounds like it's not going to be too far away now. It could be any day or a week. Like, it's not going to be too long now until we are playing. So let's get right into it. Okay, so here we are, guys. This is the town square loading screen from when you create your character into going into town square. So you see that loading screen, and here it is loading in. Now just bear in mind, this is the development's edit and their view of it. So it's not the what exactly what we would see. So it is what we would see, but it's like if we're playing, there's going to be less bugs. Because this is a development edit, there's going to be more bugs in the development edit than what you see here. So this is the hotel that we start off in. The elevators there behind that he just showed is where we will be going up into our apartment. So this is the main area where So this is the main lobby area where there is some music playing. It goes into it explaining here that there are a lot of things that you can interact with in the world as well as in the hotel. For example, on the desk here on the left that he's going to show in a minute, there's a fan. You can walk up to it, you can turn the fan on, the fan starts moving, and you can hear it, the sound and everything. The clock there apparently there are multiple clocks around the town square, and the clocks actually all tell the same time, and they actually do move as you do. If you notice the hands, they are moving, and they change to the time of the server. So obviously whatever time the server is on, that's what the clock show. Now next door where they're going now is the karaoke bar. So you may have mentioned, if you've kept up with identity, they have mentioned several times there's going to be a karaoke bar, and this is the karaoke bar, which they have got licenses to use actual IRL music in real life. So big publishers, they will have their songs on there, so you can sing their songs at this bar. On the tables there, you can see that there is like a little book on one of the tables. That is a menu which you can actually sit down, eat some food while you listen to people singing songs in karaoke, which I think is pretty cool. Like, it's a proper role-playing game. They've like thought about everything. If you want to come here with your friends at, like, in real life, you're going to like out for a drink, a meal, and listen to some karaoke, this is just like how it is. And they've said that the 3 TVs here that they're showing, or the multiple TVs around the bar, they will show the lyrics on them for the songs. And they said that they're going to introduce a streamer mode, because obviously they're IRL songs that can affect copyright issues when you're streaming. So, or if you're recording a video. So if you turn the streamer mode on, it will like mute the music and not show the lyrics on the screen or something like that. So it doesn't affect your copyright. Which I think is actually a pretty cool idea, considering that this is what creators need. And then if you just want to turn it on, you can turn it on, turn it off, whatever. Go there and enjoy. I'm really looking forward to not participating in the karaoke, but at least joining and listening. Here is the town square itself. You can see a bit of the running simulation. You can see the character, and I think that is pretty cool. Okay, here you see the traffic light system. So what they've said about the traffic lights is that they're really important in the game. So because it's a role-playing game, an RPG, if I'm in a car and I run the red light, it will trigger my car and tell the police that I have ran a red light, and it will make the police come after me, and then I'll have to pay a ticket. If I don't have the money to pay a ticket, then I got to go to prison. Also attached to this, obviously you've got the green and red light for pedestrians to walk. That's very important, because if you get run over as a pedestrian, that tells like it's an indication of whether you were crossing the crosswalk um, with it being green or red light, or whether you were just jaywalking. So this building here, which is next to the construction site, which is actually quite next to the hotel, this is the art gallery. The bottom floor is the art gallery. So as you may have seen, you can make your own paintings in the game and submit them to the art gallery so everyone else can see them. The top level of this building is a library, so you can actually submit your own books as well. And there are some books, IRL books there as well that you can read, some novels that you can read. Okay, so coming up here on the left is the police station. This is where you can actually go down to the bottom floor. I think it's the bottom floor where there's a shooting range, so you can actually test your guns, use the shooting range, and then obviously you can become the police force, SWAT, anything like that, and you can become part of the police department. But this is where you'll be doing the gun shooting range in this building, which is pretty awesome. Right next to the police station, you've got the DMV, which is there, as you can see, and this little alleyway. If you go up this alleyway, you've got the tattoo shop. The tattoo shop is pretty cool. You can obviously go and get yourself some ink, but a lot of tattoos are locked, and you have to unlock them by doing certain things throughout the game. They have said that if you, like, say for example, you go to prison, you might have to shank someone to unlock a certain tattoo. That could be one way of it being. So there are multiple different things throughout the game that you have to do before you can like unlock certain tattoos, which I think is pretty cool. I like that kind of idea, especially in a role playing game. It still gives you some challenge. So it's not just like everything is accessible right off the bat. As mentioned a second ago, obviously you got the DMV building. You may already know, if you're American, a DMV building is where you get all your licenses, like such as driving license and stuff like that. So yeah, that's where you would go for that. And next to that is City Hall, where there's going to be the courts. This is like going to be one of the main buildings. It's got a clock on top again. So yeah, so coming up in the corner next to City Hall and the cinema is the bank. Probably one of the most important parts of the town square. However, the bank will not be accessible in the first module. The bank will come accessible in the second module when they introduce swatting and stuff like that, where they have said that the swatting part of the game is like combat of the game is going to be next level. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So I really can't wait for module 2 to come out when they bring the bank, swatting and everything else. I can't wait for that to happen. And then, as I said, you've got the cinema next to it. The little alleyway just down the side, they have said that you can go down and graffiti down the walls and stuff like that. But you've got the cinema here, which plays free-to-use films. So they're films, IRL films, but they're not like copyrighted films. So you can go in, buy a ticket, sit down with your friends and watch a film. Okay, so next to the cinema you've got a simple clothes shop and you've got a skateboard shop, which is pretty cool, pretty awesome. It's, from what we've seen, apart from the cinema and that, they're the only two shops we've seen in Town Square, but it's still looking pretty awesome. Okay, now to a few little side bits. As you can see here, we're like seeing how the character moves, which is pretty cool. We've got in the middle of the town, the last piece of the town, is the fountain, right in the middle of the town square. And now I'm going to jump to a few other little bits within town square, which I think is pretty awesome. Okay, so over here on the side, this is just opposite the police station. You've got little chessboards. They've said there's going to be other little games that you can use, like checkers and stuff like that, which you can interact with. This is one of multiple things you can interact with in the game. You can drag the pieces. The only thing I found a bit dodgy about this is they don't actually sit within squares. You can literally just drag them and place them wherever. And they don't have no law, so you can actually drag the pieces to wherever on the chessboard without following the law. So you've just kind of got a, not a law, like the game law, the game rules. So you just got to kind of just trust each other, that you know how to play the game. But the mechanics of it does look kind of cool. It looks kind of awesome. Anyway, that is one of the interactions there is in the game. Just opposite from the chessboard, there is a little market as well that you can go and buy some food and stuff. I don't think you actually need food in the game, but it's there as a cosmetic, as a roleplay. So obviously, if you want to roleplay real life, you need to go and get some food. Now this is just next to the police station, opposite the chessboard. So another thing in Town Square is this little blue box, which is the newspaper blue box. If you're from America, you probably already know, so not so much here in England, but you have little boxes like this. I believe you pay some money and you get a newspaper out of it. This is the infantry look view, and what they've been saying is the newspaper will actually be based on the game server that you're in. So the news articles will be based on, so say like I go and commit a crime, that might show in the newspaper. But not only is that, there's different issues. So if I hold on to that newspaper and keep it in my storage somewhere, and I go and get another newspaper the next time I log on, that will be issue 1 and then issue 2. So therefore, I could theoretically just keep getting a newspaper every time I log on and just save them. And I could save years and years worth of newspapers, which might be something I might actually do, just to see if it ends up becoming some kind of a collector's type thing. I doubt it will, but who knows? We'll find out, I guess. But yes, this is Town Square. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I have really enjoyed watching this. If you want to see the full video where it shows everything, head over to Identity's Twitch channel, and it's under their clips on there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please click a like, write some comments down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.